Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We come to you today from Bulldog Park in Crown Point as the Region Sports Network presents live video coverage of the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival. Michael Brenner here on site alongside the sports director himself, Mike Dewan. Mike, always good to be with you. Just saw you last night as well over covering some more baseball. And, we got baseball, softball again here today.
First off, Michael, great
Twins.
attire. Twinning here today. I was thinking about this, Michael, and the definition of kind of the start of summer is very different for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Technically, of course, it's the summer solstice, right in the middle of June. For maybe teachers and kind of people in the school field, it's the last day of school. But for young athletes, the start of summer really kind of is today, although maybe it may not feel like it when, baseball, youth softball, they kind of get going, whether in this case where there's a parade that you'll see us tune into and kind of the festival right here in the Hub City for Ball Diamond Sports. It really starting to kind of feel like summer in baseball and softball, especially at the youth level, is back for those young ones around here.
Well, and here in Northwest Indiana, obviously you never know what kind of weather you're going to get on any given day. We've had those days where it has felt like summer, and then it goes right back to feeling like it's late fall and spring, and right now it's feeling like, we're looking towards winter right now. But, if the gloves and the caps haven't done anything for you on that front. But, yes, I agree with you. The unofficial start to summer is kind of getting that baseball season, that softball season underway. There's just nothing like it. That ting of the bat, the smell of the freshly mown grass, the smell of, we've got even the hot dogs over here in our booth area as well. There's just something about this sport that is unlike any other. It's outside. You feel the elements. I love this sport more than any other. I know football dominates a lot here in not only Northwest Indiana but in the country as well. But there's just something unique about this sport with a bat and a ball.
Well, it's never too early for a Chicago dog, of course, here in the Hub City. Plenty of vendors here, a great time. But, you hit it right on the head, Michael. It's America's pastime for a reason. Yes, that's baseball, but also softball around the area, of course, is huge, not only at the youth level, but, of course, kind of those role models at the high school level from, kind of on our side on the Region Sports Network, seeing that season full underway. But, we're expecting, it's going to be a fun summer, of course. Yes, for all ages, right? You have so many different teams, of course, here at Crown Point as well as elsewhere. And then, you kind of snowball into the all-star and travel season. Then it all kind of caps off with the big bad tournaments. Like there's going to be one here in Crown Point, of course, as well. That's we're fortunate enough to cover that World Series. But it's a great time, especially for the young ones. And it's, of course, there's the competitive side, but it's all about making those memories and sports in general. No matter, you talked about, football, of course, is big. Basketball has those lessons that it teaches you. Baseball especially, though, a game of short-term memory. You got to forget it, a game of failure, and it teaches, as well as, of course, softball, but it teaches these young athletes, again, big things moving forward, and just another chapter of what is, their athletic, career in a way.
And in Crown Point, it's like any other really in Northwest Indiana. Crown Point just does it a little bit differently. We talked about, or you alluded to, the World Series that we'll cap off the season with kind of in August around that time. And, it starts now. It starts May, having former May, well, it was May Day yesterday. But, we get to May. May the 4th be with you on Monday as well. But, Crown Point just does it. I mean, how many places are doing big parades and then having like a whole DJ system that we got going on over here, and then capping it off with hosting a World Series with teams from not only around the country but sometimes around the world. I mean, we've seen teams from Australia, we've had teams from all over the place come to Crown Point, the Hub City. You got a square, you got the historic district. I mean, there's just nothing like it in Northwest Indiana, unlike Crown Point. And vendors all over the place coming to want to be a part of this. I see John Stroya over there, one of the Parks Department leaders here in Crown Point. But, it's just – and it is a beautiful day outside. The gear may not reflect that very well. We're not in the sun. But when you get in the sun, it actually feels pretty good out there. It's not too bad. But in Crown Point as a city in general, Mike, is I live here and I drive around and I see all the things that they're doing. Everything is turf. The facilities are phenomenal for everybody, and that's how you get kids excited. And then when you have stellar high school programs like Crown Point has displayed for the last, 10 years, plus these kids want to see, they want to be that. I mean, how many times when you were a youngster watching Munster football did you want to go play at the Marshlands? Did you want to go play for Coach Marsh and be like those guys, as a young player? These kids here today, they're going to go play on these, phenomenal playing surfaces, whether it's a baseball diamond or a softball diamond, and they're going to want to play at that upper level. They're going to want to play at the high school level and maybe bring a sectional championship, a baseball state championship, or a softball state championship. And these programs have been doing really, really well the last number of years.
Yeah, no, it's a great point, Michael, and we've kind of had our experience covering, like last night, we were at the East Chicago fundraising event for the Hall of Fame, and we did the Hammond Hall of Fame. What we've kind of understood, Michael, from that generation is that the pride is really kind of built up at a young age, where it's, wherever you're going to play your high school sports, you have that sense of pride. Now, kind of in today's day and age, where there's a lot of different, sort of distractions, and things are, let's just say, it's a little bit different maybe nowadays than how it was decades ago. Now, that said, I think Crown Point has still kind of gotten with the times, and like you said, the facilities, the culture, where, again, talking with like Coach Bazzi and all the coaches, where they dip their toe into kind of these levels where they want to make their presence felt, where, hey, in a couple years' time, you're going to be on this field, Bob, again, just kind of instill themselves within the culture, and I think Crown Point's just doing a heck of a job, and that's kind of why today is so special, because, again, we're going to be seeing some of these names, some of these kids that are walking in the parade that you see on your screen. Before you know it, they'll be at the high school level doing some big things.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I'm having some nostalgia as well. In my days playing the youngster ball and at these young levels, playing baseball I played over in Dyer. But, you get these opening day festivities, and everyone just gets hyped, and then all of a sudden you have that first at bat, and you strike out, and you're like, oh, what am I doing here? But then you get that first hit, that first home run maybe, and everybody just it's just so much fun. This sport in general, baseball, softball, it's got so many ups and downs, peaks and valleys. We saw that in yesterday's game that we had right here on the Region Sports Network. As no, they're not coming to get us. They're just starting the parade. If you can hear the background noise a little bit. We do have Zach Miller on hand as well, so that wasn't for him either. Although all the hot dog references, we were joking, it was for our guy Zach Miller over there.
Yeah, we got Aaron
But the parade getting started. I'm not sure if the we made it. We made a comment, so Zach's got to defend himself. Here we go.
Aaron Svetlin's on camera as well, who's going to be in the corner, and shout out to Martin Murillo Jr. getting you all the action from the square as well. Again, the parade kind of kicked off at 9, so yeah, a lot of teams on hand from what we kind of saw last year, Michael. It's a great turnout. Of course, a lot of kids that are first and foremost participating in youth sports, which is a big thing nowadays, of course, as well.
Yeah, putting the phone down and getting a bat out or a glove out, whatever it may be. I know. You know what? I messed up. I should have brought my glove. I could have played catch with some of these kids. You know what? Remind me for next year. We'll do that. I don't live far. I can go run and grab it real quick.
We'll add it to the list.
But then we got a lot of things, around here as well. We're in Bulldog Park at the Pavilion. Which, first off, Crown Point does a phenomenal job with just this structure in general. You can come ice skate here in the winters, which probably they could have set it up today and it would have been okay. They've also got things in the summer, the corn roll, all these things that they have here in the summer, the food trucks, all that, and it fits all that. And, all these vendors that we got out here today, we're not going to tell you about all of them. There's too many to count, but I do see coffee over there. Might have to go visit that.
That's all you. But, yeah, how things will kind of go today once the parade kind of comes in, which you'll see as looks like the fire trucks and some of the, I think, CPFD, CPPD as well, making their rounds coming to Bulldog Park. But how things will work kind of once the parade kind of finishes off here, I believe they'll have some remarks on the stage. I believe the mayor will speak. And then Michael and I believe we'll have a couple interviews here before we send you on your way. But exciting to be here. Like you said, they do a great job here. Big shout out to the Crown Point Pace Department for getting us out here and getting us set up under this beautiful, you talked about Bulldog Park, Michael. There's also this big Jumbotron here as well for the ice rink. But it's a fun place to be for sure. And again, like we said, summer is just about upon us here.
It is going to weird me out when they put us on there, and
I know.
We're going to be on. It's going to weird me out. But Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point athletics and say, "Go Bulldogs!" Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, and providing the best in-city services, along with encouraging smart growth. Visit Bulldog Park on select Saturdays for the Crown Point Farmers Market beginning May 23rd.
Michael,
purchase wares from 70-plus vendors from 8 to 1 through September 26th. For more information, visit crownpoint.info/farmersmarket.
Well, Michael, you said it, kind of playing baseball and playing youth sports. What could you say about kind of your, you being at that age where I know Your dad was kind of big into the travel sports as well, and I know you had a brother, of course, that also was big into kind of the baseball at the young age. What was your overall kind of recap on that, and how important those times are as a young one in athletics?
First off, it teaches you so many different lessons, right? I mean, you've experienced the same thing. You experience the highs and lows in life. You get really excited when you do well, and when your team does well, and then when the team doesn't do well. And sometimes that's the best thing about baseball is, while it's a team game, there's still individuality to it, right? Like, you have to do your part on the team to make sure the team collectively does well. And if you don't, then obviously that's going to hurt the team. So, and obviously people make mistakes. That's human. We see it in the pros as well. Nobody's perfect. But just kind of those life lessons of dealing with highs and lows, things like that. But what I took more from watching my brother play and going out with my family to all these games, you sit in the stands and then you start sitting with the other families. And you develop another family, right? Like, you have your immediate family and your blood family, but then you have your baseball family, you have your softball family that you travel with. You sit in those cold temperatures, even though you want to be sitting in the car watching the games, and some people do. But then you sit down with the families and you start watching these games, and there's probably going to be drama from time to time.
Sure.
There's always going to be that when somebody does well or somebody says the wrong thing. But for the most part, everybody's in the thick of it. Everybody's in it and helps each other out, and carpooling and watching kids when somebody's got to go. A parent's got to maybe do something else. It's a family. It's a family dynamic, and it's a culture that is, and that can be said for all sports. But it's just when you're outside in the elements multiple days, especially for a weekend tournament.
Sure.
And it, the other thing too is it starts to put, it can put a strain on the expenses and stuff like that. But when you see the enjoyment for the kids out there when they play and they do well, it's all worth it.
No doubt about it. Now you see looks like we're starting to get some of the teams now kind of come in, and we'll see some shots on your TV screen. Again, Aaron Svetlin's our cameraman, getting the videos at the gate while Martin Murillo Jr. is circling around the square. Michael Bradner, Mike Dewan twinning here, and Zach Miller's on the keys.
I'm twinning with Zach Miller in hat game.
I know. We all should have coordinated this a little bit better where we all had the hats, but nonetheless, great to be out here once again for the Ball Diamond Sports Festival. Again, big shout out to the Crown Point Pace Department, Paul Weiss-Nora, as well as Bree Cook, getting us set up, having a good time.
Yeah, no question about it. Zach, I don't know if you could. I know you have the camera on us set up. Crown Point also offers something like no other place really offers. I don't know if Zach could get this shot from our perspective. Like, we're standing in the pavilion, right? But off in the distance, in the foreground, you see one of the coolest things that Crown Point has to offer, and that's the courthouse, right? So, I mean, and we see that when we do the World Series coverage. Sometimes, like, from our perspective, you see us there, and then you get the courthouse. On a day like this, it might be a little windy, might be a little chilly. I'll get out of the way.
There you go.
Sorry. But on a sun splash day when the sky is blue and the clouds are going, this is like postcard stuff. This is really cool, and I'm lucky enough and fortunate enough to drive through this. Crown Point offers so much history, man. I know, and I nerd out on that in the social studies aspect, but you start walking in the neighborhood over here before you get to the fairgrounds, and I start looking at some of these houses, and I'm like, man, these are from the 1800s. Like, who lived here? What was their stories like? And, some of these kids probably live in those houses, and
Sure.
they get to share a different story and start a new story as well. But, yeah, I mean, it's just an awesome activity to be able to see. And when we do that World Series from Jerry Ross Park over here, you get to see the grand old lady in the clock tower and the courthouse in the background. That's just one of the coolest things we get to see. I'm a big scenic background guy when I go to the Major League ballparks. That's one of the coolest, and nobody else offers that but Crown Point.
Yeah, Crown Point has their own little skyline there that is appealing to one of the Major League ballparks. That said, I know we're Cubs fans here, favorite Major League ballpark that offers kind of something similar like this.
Yeah, no question.
What would you say? What your favorite ballpark? Scenic-wise.
That I've been to? Ooh, that's tough. I mean, I'm going to get some hate for this, but it's kind of hard to beat Busch Stadium a little bit when you get the arch in the background. That's kind of cool. I haven't been to PNC Park. I haven't been to Pittsburgh, but I would imagine that skyline's got to be pretty incredible. I'm trying to think of some of the San Francisco. You get to have the bay in the background.
Yeah.
That's a really nice one.
And all that behind Majors Field, probably though at Jerry Ross Park, though.
Yeah, nothing beats the grand old lady and the courthouse there.
This place filled up quick.
Yeah, this is going to be moving quick. Well, kids had to wake up early. They're energized. They're ready for some baseball, softball.
Well, yeah, feel free to come on down to Bulldog Park. Again, we could probably safely say there's about 15 vendors, some food, some, like we see the Lake County Corn Dogs over here kind of planting the seeds as they gear up for another season in the Region Collegiate Baseball League. There is, I believe, a couple coffee trucks for, like you said, you've already scoped out a couple hot dogs as well in case you want a Chicago dog this early. Rusty the Railcat is here.
I was going to say, I think I see Rusty over there.
So feel free to come on down. If not, we're live here on the Region Sports Network.
Great Lakes Sports Hub is here.
Yeah. A proud sponsor of ours.
And you get some Crown Point apparel as well. I see Crown Point Bulldog apparel.
Some swag.
Yeah. I don't know. Did we bring? We should have brought some swag. Give us some.
I think we got some here.
We're wearing it, but all the stuff that we brought to give out, we had to wear because we're cold.
That's
fair.
What it was. Fair. Next year.
We got some stuff we could. I know when we got to cover that World Series team over in Cherville, we got to give out some cool items. And I still see some of the kids wearing that stuff when they work out and go out about town and whatnot. So very cool. Hello, everybody. How we doing?
That's awesome. Gosh,
kids are starting to run around.
Yeah, this fills up quick. They got their eyes on the vendors and everything, and now it's like, okay, let's beat the rush.
Well, we got some of the softball players that are listening to the music. They're ready to just start having a dance party out here.
Right. Again, the big grassy area right by the stage.
Just wait, Mike, the sports director, he's got dance moves. He'll bust them out in a little bit.
Only if he does. Only if Michael does first. We come in a package here, the Michael and Michael dance crew.
Yeah, more and more fans filing in as the parade has ended around the square. That's another, just the square will close down every once in a while and have some phenomenal events. Last time I was down here for an event was St. Patrick's Day. They'll close down the square area on the road around there. And they'll set up things for St. Patrick's Day, some fun activities, and do a parade there as well.
Yeah, I believe the parade will probably go until, I'd say, roughly 9:30, 9:45. Then the event here will end around noon. So, again, the kids will gather here, and then everybody will kind of be open to all the vendors. Couple food trucks, couple other good spots. Again, we talked about some proud sponsors of ours. Take a look at the Corn Dog. I believe that's Cornelius over there, their mascot. So a couple mascots as well here in the Hub City.
All right, which debate do you want to start? Do you want to start the debate of what proper toppings go on a hot dog, or do you want to talk about whether a hot dog is a sandwich?
I'll go with the toppings. First off,
he's avoiding.
First off, I think ketchup. I'm fine with ketchup. Here, I do not like the people in Chicago that ban ketchup. I think that's
Mike DeWan doesn't like people in Chicago.
It's a good starter. Now that said, I was fairly picky as a kid, but I've grown to appreciate Chicago dogs, and I think that's the best dog you could ask for. It's pretty much healthy too, right? You have all the vegetables,
all the
right?
Yeah,
you kind of feel pretty good about yourself. Yeah. But that said, I accept ketchup around here.
Man, Zach Miller wants to chime in so much. He's taking gloves off.
He got
this
the gloves
off.
This is getting serious.
So. This is getting serious.
I want to talk about the sandwich part. That one's the one that's more interesting to me. I feel like that's an easy answer.
We're going to have that debate right here.
Look
right
what you've
now.
done.
Well, I'm asking you two, do you think it's a sandwich or not?
I do not.
I don't think so either.
So why not? What makes something a sandwich, and why is it not a sandwich if it's a hot dog?
Because it's not, okay?
It's not.
So you just,
I know it's
when
bread.
You see
There's meat in the bread. I get it, but I don't know.
All right.
I don't think so either.
Okay. I think I'd like to agree, but what is it?
All right,
is
so
it
you know what?
I'm
going to go with, I don't know if there's proper critique to this, but a sandwich you layer vertically, right? And then a sandwich or a sub or a hot dog, I kind of put those all in the same category. Those you kind of layer horizontally.
Sure.
Is that the difference?
We might have to ask a couple of our guests, too, as well, to see what they think.
I might need to ask you some more hard-hitting questions
question.
for my life. That's a pretty good explanation. I've never heard for that.
I just pulled that out of the rear just now. So I've never used that argument before, but it works.
And blink, we go on a tangent about hot dogs, and now this place just fills up even more, Michael.
Wait a minute. You're going to throw that at us, and you're not going to chime in with your answer?
Oh, that's a good point.
Hold on.
That's a good point.
Get that microphone back in your hand. Give up on this.
I didn't think I was going to make it this far, but Yeah, I don't think it's a sandwich. I think I'd beg to agree with you. I mean, it's definitely not a sandwich. If you put it next to like something, like a ham sandwich, you can't put it in the same tier as those.
Yeah,
but it's not something that you said like with a sub and things like that horizontally. I don't think you could do that either.
See, like I think
it's its own thing. It's a hot dog.
We've gotten away from calling it a sub sandwich. It's a sub, but I mean, I guess it's called a sandwich, but I don't think that's a sandwich either. It's a sub that I don't know.
We got to come up with something. And I think that's
we'll
the
find
answer.
an excuse.
Maybe we're going to be the ones.
We'll be here all day,
trendsetters.
so we'll figure that out.
We'll be here till noon.
There it is. But again, blink and you miss it. Now look at, a pavilion has completely flooded with Crown Point softball and baseball youth personnel. Parents, of course, kind of participating in the parade as well. It's very cool for the parents, I feel like, as well, Michael, where it's kind of, I don't want to say kind of emotional for them, but it's just kind of one of those where like, okay, here we go. We're here. It's a super cool event, especially to see your child participate in something like this.
It's one of those things that, I'm in my 30s now, and I don't have children, but it's one of those things I have to kind of start, the way I live my life now. I like to go on trips. I like to do certain things. And, somebody recently kind of explained to me, like, hey, before you know it, things are going to change. You're going to have to kind of change your lifestyle, because that money that you're spending on yourself, you're going to want to provide for are you going to want to keep doing that for yourself and do your things, or do that for your kids? And I think a lot of these parents, they do so much and work hard and tirelessly work at their jobs, and that's to provide for their kids. They want to not live vicariously through their kids, but they want to see the enjoyment and the happiness that they have on their faces, and that brings them a lot of enjoyment, and I totally understand that. And, when you come to events like this, I think it really struck me how important it is when we cover the World Series. I mean, you're talking parents that have to take time off of work, when they had to, spend money not only on just traveling here in general, but then the hotels or the houses that they have to stay at. And that's the end of the baseball. You think about all these other tournaments that they've traveled to, and so sometimes they'll do fundraising events and trying to offset some of those costs. But the sacrifices that parents make for their children is undeniable, unquestionable, and that happens all over the country and all over the world, of course, because we have awesome people in this world. But man, we're seeing it big time here in Crown Point today, coming out. And again, I mentioned back to the family aspect as well. It's a chance to reconnect with some of your baseball family, right? Maybe you haven't seen them all off season because everybody has to go and do different things or other sports or whatnot. But now you get to see some of your baseball family again and reconnect those relationships and those memories.
Yeah, you alluded to it earlier. Just good to see kind of your teammates as well. First time kind of in a social setting with the jersey, with the name across your chest. But yeah, it's a fun time here. I think I saw a bubble gun, so it's surreal. They're already throwing the ball around a little bit, and it's we're having some fun. Before we know, it'll be a dance party, like you said, between you and I. So,
well, I'm going to take your lead on that. I'm going to follow your lead. I'm not sure what your go-to move is. I'm going to keep mine under wraps for as long as possible.
Yeah, it's what I'm feeling that day, I think, or whatever the kids are doing nowadays. I'll just have to follow suit.
I'm not sure what. I don't know. Do you have a go-to karaoke song as well?
I don't. I save that for our operations manager.
I was going to say.
Usually.
I was going to say, have you ever been down in Indianapolis while the Region Sports is there? You got to come out and listen to our operations manager, Rich Castillo, belt out some tunes.
That's it. Yeah. Shout out to those also on the RSN crew that made today possible. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez, and the aforementioned operations manager is Rich Castillo.
Who somebody asked if he was in the East Chicago Hall of Fame. I don't believe he is. He probably should be, right?
Should be.
Right. I mean, he's an East Chicago legend. He's a legend to us, that's for sure.
Zach Miller, our coordinating producers here today on the keys, as well as our two cameramen. I believe the parade is just about ending, but Martin Murillo Jr. Was around the square, and Aaron Svetlin is the man in the corner getting all the action as the kids kind of make their way in. I believe there'll be some announcements on the stage eventually here soon. But as they kind of get settled in, I believe...
Are you running for mayor at some point?
No.
Okay.
Goodness. Not as far as I know.
So no breaking news on the Region Sports Network.
No,
got it.
No, not about my potential future. Yeah.
That's true. Primary day coming up.
There you go.
You know what? selfishly, I'll plug this, not for me, but for all the others out there. This coming week, Teacher Appreciation Week. So, that's teachers helping mold these young minds as well. So give a shout out to them. I think Teacher Appreciation Day is coming up on Tuesday, primary day as well. So shout out to all those wonderful educators here, not only in Crown Point, and there are some phenomenal educators here in Crown Point that I know personally, and but all over the world. Teachers deserve a lot of recognition, and you see the kids running around. That's what they deal with during the day. That same exact thing, and we love it.
Yeah, a few teachers make up our Region Sports Network crew, so shout out to those guys as well, yourself included. But you guys, you guys are the coaches, not on the field, in a way.
Yeah.
To keep up kind of the sports theme, and to keep the kids in check in the classroom, of course, as well, which is a tough job.
And sometimes those teachers are coaches in other sports, coaching basketball, football, whatever, and build those rapport and those relationships. And teachers spend during the school year sometimes spend more time with the kids than their own parents do, just because of the way the schools are set up. So, it's a fun time, and good thing our guy Zach Miller got in line for the Chicago Dog early, because there's quite a line going on over there.
Beat the rush.
I think they had just plugged the thing in before when Zach got in line. They hadn't even.
All right, well, it looks like the parade has ended, Michael. I think we could maybe step aside, maybe take a break, and before you know it, we'll have some remarks, I think, on the stage.
All right, well, we will be back in just a moment. You are watching coverage of the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Have you heard? Strachan-Manteau was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Strachan-Manteau.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival. Festivities are getting underway. We've got dignitaries up on the stage. I believe the mayor is about to make a speech, so we will send it up to the stage at this time here at the Ball Diamond Sports Festival.
What's so proudly at the twilight's last gleaming, through smoke strips and bright stars, through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we run, were so gallantly streaming, and the road that's red
All right, fantastic. So as I said, there's over between the Cal Ripken League, which has over 600 players, and the Softball League, which has over 500 players. I love seeing that. It's great for the kids, great for the family, great for the community. And one of the things that I love about the Cal Ripken League is it's such a great partnership between the City of Grosse Pointe and Cal Ripken. Their presence, your presence, makes our community so much stronger and so much better as a whole. And as if you know, if you've never been involved, it is a lot of work to run a league, especially that size, and maintain that facility that they have. So it's a collective effort, I know, but one of the gentlemen who's been involved in this for many, many years, he's part of a great Cal Ripken board team. And I'd like to bring out now Mr. Tom Hack. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
I'm out about it like you did, like college.
Kids on our that were born right out of Cal Ripken, Crown Point, Cal Ripken. It's something I'm very proud of. Those kids, some of them getting offers from Indiana, Northwestern, Butler. One kid probably going to be first or second round draft pick. The first or second round draft pick potential. He started out as a white team kid. So my point is, we're talking about 5 through 12-year-olds. Let's make sure we're teaching them the right things to do, fundamentals, and make sure we're having fun. I promise you, those kids are getting scholarships at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's no MLB scouts here. There's no college scouts here. So let's teach them to get better, and let's let them have a whole lot of fun. As the mayor said, we have a lot of work to go in that work. Well, thank you, David. Other members of our board: Adam Whitehouse, Joe Guzman, Jeremy Newland, PJ Worth, Aaron Davis, Alan Cante, Dave Mays, Dave Myers, Josh Doolin, Eric McMahon, Ryan Keelan, and Jake Patel. There's 2 individuals I'd like to point out who have been doing a lot of work on this field. PC Hall and Pat Weezer. Done with you guys, what you've done with that facility is incredible, and it's very much appreciated. One of the reasons we're able to be so successful is our partnership with the city. Everybody throughout the city, from Adam to Mayor Pete and Jenny. It definitely will, Tom. Thank you very much. All right, and then on the softball side, same thing. A lot of work, a lot of organization. It's a team effort that's by the city. It's kind of spearheaded by Mr. John Stroyle. So, John, you want to come up? Thank you, Mayor. Program here. Make sure you enjoy this. Well done sports festival. A lot of vendors are here, and they have free games and competitions with your money. We've had great success with our program. Softball in 2016, our 10th year running the girls softball. Main success is obviously having girls continue to play.
Really having fun.
So we're grateful for all the girls who are playing, and the parents, and allow them the opportunity to play. Grateful for Mayor Lamb's commitment to youth softball, youth baseball. great facilities. They are maintained well by the paid staff. And we're fortunate to be blessed with the finest facilities in Northwest Indiana. I want to thank those sponsors. We'll have a banner by the concession stand on field 8. And all of the 8 sponsors that we have plus for our program, continue to be very active in everything we do. I want to thank parents, volunteers, managers, people that folks that provide information. It's obviously very, very special commitment. So we're thankful for all of this. As I mentioned, we have over 500 girls in our recreation division. We combined in 2016, there's 240 girls in our girls softball league. This year, with our recreation division, with our travel team division, and with our women's softball division, we will have a large representative that will exceed 1,000 softball players for the summertime, which is phenomenal. Thank you, and have a great summer. All right, thank you, John. And as part of that, too, look how far back up. Paul and Bree, you guys come up and at least take a knock. They helped put this whole thing together for today, and all season long. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Adam at his best. We're on for DJ Adam. Totally made that up. So, thank you. Thank you, first of all, coaches and families, moms, dads. Thank you, of course, and all year round. As strong because of you. Now, where are my players? Right here for my players. All right, I started this a couple years ago. I got a little trouble. That's all right. So before we kick off the season, we do the play ball, right? All right. Now remember, as Tom said, you guys, whatever league you are, whatever division, right? Play fair, you play hard, but you play to have fun. Fun is a key word I want you to remember through your whole season. You are going to remember this parade for your entire life. Believe me, I do. I remember mine. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to ask the players, we're going to sit down here. The players want to come up on the cement part. The season. How's that sound? So you don't need to run. Players, come on up on the cement. We're in no hurry. Very orderly. Nice job. Great job, coaches. Shirts look good. You guys look great. Are you guys ready to start the season? Heck yeah, we're ready. All right. Everybody come on in.
Well, it's covered. Normally you're on the cement. Oh, yeah. So it's probably not as safe with all those kids.
All right, you guys are doing good.
Yeah, the whole thing collapsed.
And then before we're going to turn and you're going to face your mom and dad and your families. And then we got our photographer Jeff. Very nice. All right, now. All right, come on. Yep, don't get too close. Both sides, come on up. Right up here. How we doing, DJ Adam? Good? All right, how we doing, players? Are we ready? Holy smoke. All right, so first of all, turn and face your family so they can try and find you, get a picture. All right, now, I'm going to do the 1, 2, 3, and you guys, as loud as you can shout, you're going to shout play ball. Are you with me? Yeah! All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And that starts the season. Have a great season. Great job, players. Super proud of you.
All right, we are back here. Mike Brenner, Mike Dewan alongside, keeping things going here at the Ball Diamond Sports Festival 2026 edition. We got people all over the place here inside the pavilion. You saw the stage. You saw all the kids down there, though. The dignitaries on the stage as well. Mike, it is officially baseball, softball season here in Crown Point. Can't wait to get this going. I know I live really close to some of the fields that will be utilized so far this season. I love waking up on a Saturday morning, even during other sports seasons as well, and sitting out on my porch with a cup of coffee and just hearing the roars coming from down the street at the different fields down the street, and it's just the best because you're getting excited about a sporting event. You're getting excited about the kids performing well and doing the thing that they love to do, and just going out and having fun on any given day. It's the best thing.
They said the thing, Mike. They said play ball is what they did.
And the sun came out.
All the kids went up there and they played center field. It really is starting to feel like the time. The air just feels a little bit different. And it's an exciting time. Like we were kind of saying all in the broadcast, this point in your lives as a young athlete, yes, there's the competitive side of things, but it's making the memories and making a new family. Like you said, your baseball, your softball family, truly, truly an awesome time in your life. And we just ask you, I guess, everybody, athletes, parents, cherish this time.
Yeah, no question about it. It goes by fast. If I talk to any parents that have kids starting at, the one thing they always tell me is, man, we didn't realize how fast it was going to go. Because all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, high school graduation's here, and they may not be going on to the next level. They may just be going into the trades and not playing. May play something else, pick up softball or something, or pick up baseball games here and there. But, yeah, not the same kind of structure that they're used to playing. And so it blinks fast, and it starts with these young ages right here. So, yeah, enjoy these years. Enjoy this time. Enjoy all the festivities. We're going to be here for a little while longer. We got some interviews with some of those dignitaries you heard and saw on the stage. But, you see everybody kind of filing through. They're bundled up. They're wearing their jerseys. They're looking at us like, what's going on over there at that booth? So if you're watching and you're in the Crown Point area, or tell people like, hey, you're on Region Sports Network, come on over, say hi. We don't have any partition blocking us off from the rest of the people. Nope. So we are one with the people. We're the only sports in town, so we like to be with everybody. So come over and say hi. But yeah, excited to be here. We got more coming at you from the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival coming up here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. as Crowell Companies Lantern Man. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Back here at the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival, Michael Brenner here, along with the guy, the man, Frank Rivoli of the Frank Rivoli Group. Frank, great to have you back again this year. Wouldn't be a Ball Diamond Sports Festival without you.
I appreciate that.
Staying here in Northwest India, here in Crown Point in general. First off, you've been here for a couple years now. What is this event like to you for your group?
Yeah, no, it's super cool. So, I mean, not only is it a great community outreach thing where, we get to have a lot of good games, give a lot of good candy and special prizes to a kid who makes I call it baseball buckets.
Okay.
So they got to hit a home run.
I saw the wiffle ball.
Little squishy ball, Yep. So, no, it's a great thing. I mean, I remember being a kid and having the opening day parades and all that stuff. The community comes out, makes you feel like a big leaguer. You know, you're a little kid, but it makes you feel on a higher level where, I know like my son, he sometimes, they want to play video games over going to practice.
Yeah.
But this shows that the community's behind them, even at their age.
Yeah.
And to get out there and do the best that they can and enjoy it.
So you're expecting one here. So events like this, it gets you kind of pumped up for, what's to come and what this community will drive home. And Bill, we talked a little bit about how this community, you build a baseball family, right?
Yes.
I mean, not only in the dugouts, but the families build a relationship as well. So you can talk about how that impacts you going forward.
Yeah, so as you said, I got a daughter on the way. Should be here any week, really. So super excited about that. And you hit it right on the head. I mean, when you're playing sports, it becomes an extension of your family. You know what I mean? I've got guys that I played with when I was these kids' age that I still talk to, hang out with. And, when you maybe go after town ball and you go to travel ball, I mean, you're traveling around with these guys and, for softball, same thing. You become a big family outside of your own family. So, man, just the memories and stuff that's actually kind of back to your first question, what really hits me most. What they have ahead of them and the memories they're going to make, the connections they're going to make is really bar none when it comes to sports. And that's one of the greatest things about it, I think.
Now, from when you and I played, one thing that might be a little bit better than when we played is the facilities here in Crown Point. Yep. Holy cow. I mean, I look around. I mean, we're looking at, one of the middle schools here right now in their turf football fields. Yep. We didn't have that when we were in middle school, right?
No.
But, yeah, the facilities here, Crown Point's really done a lot to make sure that everybody at all age levels has a really solid surface to play on, no matter what sport it is.
Yeah, 100%. That's one of the things that's great about Crown Point. I mean, the city itself, they really focus on having top-notch facilities, not only for the kids, but obviously we're here at Bulldog Park, and this is a community event center that, there's concerts, there's the Thursday cruise nights, all that stuff. They do a fantastic job just making sure that the community has all the top-notch facilities to make it not only great for the kids, but great for the entire community.
Yeah, talk about concerts. You may be able to see this guy in concert at some points here and there. A musician in the area. There you go. Yep. All right, we'll make sure we get that on the Region Sports Network. But also for the Rivoli Group, you guys, how as a realtor, how would you sell Crown Point to someone that's looking to come here? We can talk about the history. We can talk about the beautification. Like what as a realtor, it's probably really easy to get people to come to Crown Point.
You know what? That's a great comment that you just made. I don't think any real estate agent has to sell Crown Point. It sells itself. Right. I mean, one of the safest communities in Indiana. Again, top-notch facilities, top-notch schools. And obviously, you drive around and you see all the beautiful new neighborhoods and all the historical houses that are literally just down the street here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Crown Point does a fantastic job to really sell itself. So.
All right, well, we appreciate your time. I'm going to let you get back to the baseball buckets over there. I know they're missing you over there. We'll appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have more coming up here from the Ball Diamond Sports Festival on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
I was born, raised, started the family, and worked my nearly 30-year career in law enforcement, both as a local police officer and as an ATF agent, all here in Lake County. I promise to lead differently, restore the public's trust in the Sheriff's Department, and to build a world-class police organization that is focused on serving you. In this election, Lake County residents have a different choice, a better way. I'm Jason Gore, and I approve this message.
Back here for the 2026 Crown Point Ball Diamond Sports Festival. I'm Mike Dewan with the Region Sports Network, now joined by the Vice President of Crown Point, Cal Ripken, Jay Patel. Jay, this day we were talking about Michael and I on the broadcast, but it's kind of like the unofficial start to summer. Yeah. What is that thought like for you?
A lot of work, actually. But no, it's a lot of fun. Our league contains kids from 5 years old up to 12. 650 kids in the league, and just watching kids get to play the game of baseball makes it very easily motivating, if you will. So,
how special is a day like this for you, kind of in the coach, the parent side of thing? I know you have a little one, of course, as well in the system. So what's this like?
I think this one's my 8th one. So I have an older boy that just aged out of the program. I got a younger boy that's coming up in the program, and every year it's always fun. It's fun to see everybody. Everybody's in a great mood, enjoying themselves. Kids have a blast. The city does such a great job with this venue. It's just a lot of fun.
Hey, you kind of almost lose count at that point, right? But also something that's kind of racking up in numbers, of course, is the Cal Ripken World Series coming here to Crown Point. Now, this will be number 3, of course, coming in the summer. We're excited, of course, as well. And, the thought of that now coming – the third one, right? How are we feeling about that? You guys are now veterans, kind of at hosting this thing.
I feel like we got the blueprint down. First couple of years where there were some hiccups along the road, but this one is the 11U World Series, and so we're really excited about it because it's the first ever 11-year-old World Series.
Okay.
So Cal Ripken did something new this year to where we're going to have 24 more teams in. 4 to 5 international teams are going to be coming in, and so this place will be going that week.
Any international teams that are finalized yet? That
Curacao is coming in, Germany, and then we got a couple more that are still in the loop. So
that's super cool. And I know, like you said, that when kids kind of age out of a program, also the the parents behind the scenes also kind of age out. I know there's been, it's kind of how things goes in travel baseball and travel anything, travel softball. What's that been like? Well, I know you've had to work kind of a different hat as of late, but nonetheless, still that Crown Point family, it seems like no matter the turnover, you guys still kind of hammer it down.
Yeah, it's kind of like Duke in basketball, right? They reload every year, if you will. So we've lost some really, really quality board members that just aged out last year with Joel Boomsma and Adam Whitehouse, Jeff Hatt. But just like with with the great community that we have, we've been able to replenish and bring on some guys that have done really well. Casey Hall is doing a great job with facilities, and PJ Gabbird doing a great job with sponsorships, and so. Yeah.
It seems to be like Crown Point anything. They always seem to kind of reload, if you will. So I guess for the fans out there, we'll finish off with this, but the dates of the Cal Ripken, please let them know about that, where we can find all that stuff, and, of course, just some more information about the big event come this August.
Yeah, absolutely. Opening day is the Thursday, which I believe is August 5th. Opening ceremonies is August 6th, which is a Friday. It'll be held here at this venue, which it's a great time, a bunch of food trucks. We try to put on a show for the kids that come in. And then championship game will be August 15th. So gameplay will be that whole week.
We're excited. It won't be too far from here. For Jay Patel, I'm Mike Dewan. We'll have more here from the Ball Diamond Sports Festival on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
I was born, raised, started the family, and worked my nearly 30-year career in law enforcement, both as a local police officer and as an ATF agent, all here in Lake County. I promise to lead differently, restore the public's trust in the Sheriff's Department, and to build a world-class police organization that is focused on serving you. In this election, Lake County residents have a different choice, a better way. I'm Jason Gore, and I approve this message.
Hey, we're back at the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival here in Crown Point, the hub city, and of course we are joined by the mayor of Crown Point, Pete Land. Mr. Mayor, thank you for taking some time to talk with us today. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for coming out. Great.
Always happy to be here in the hub city. It's one of the best areas. We were just talking to Frank Rivoli a little bit ago, talking about, like, if you were as a realtor, how do you get people to come to Crown Point? He goes, realtors don't need to. People just come to Crown Point. It sells itself. And it starts, we've talked about a lot with the facilities that you guys have worked really hard to make sure that these kids here today that are going to be playing on all these great surfaces.
Yeah, I mean, so going back to my day when I played I walked the same parade. It's been going on forever. But you're right. So we want to always give our players, we have over 1,100 players between the softball and the Cal Ripken League. And so what we can do as a city to partner with Cal Ripken to make sure they have the best facilities possible, it's a win-win for the city. It's great for the community. You see the huge turnout.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a well-run league or great partnership with the city, we wouldn't have an event in the number we got. So
yeah, I mean, the numbers and just the sheer vastness of what we've got behind us here is pretty incredible. And I always like to point out that we always got the grand old lady in the background as well. That's something that sells itself.
It's not a bad backdrop. That's
nope,
right.
Not at all. We get to see her from Jerry Ross Park when we cover the World Series. But just talk about the community aspect. I feel like a lot of other communities, yes, they're tight-knit. This community really comes together, especially when the high school sports are really doing very well and events like this. But you guys host so much more things throughout the entire year as well, whether it's, the ice rink or the cruise nights or anything like that. This community really comes together.
Yeah, you're right. So we have things all year-round, and I love it because it's great community events. So there's everybody likes something different, so we offer something here at Bulldog Park for every variety, and I just love bringing the community together, and they're the ones who turn out. They're the ones who come out and support it. We come up with new ideas, and they come out and support it, and I love seeing the families, right? The kids, mom, dad, grandparents, all coming out whether they live here or not. I love seeing that. I try to hit everything just to meet and talk to everybody, and I love that they have a great time.
Yeah, you are all about town on a regular basis.
Try to
Always
be.
seeing you on the social media platforms. Not that there's a favorite, but we also get to have the Lake County festivals and everything here in Crown Point as well. That's got to be one of the prides of Crown Point.
Yeah, that's been going on for a
Forever.
long time. So you're right. That brings people into maybe for their event. But people see our downtown square, and maybe if they're not even visiting that day, it brings them to the square, and they might come back another day, which is great for our businesses.
Yeah, we got phenomenal restaurants here
We do,
in
yeah.
Crown Point, no question about it. But there's just so much history that goes into this community in general. What is probably one of the things that you've enjoyed most about becoming mayor of Crown Point?
One of the jobs that, I love all parts of my job. I have the best job in the world. I'm so blessed, is being out in the community, right? Talking to people. I have office responsibilities, certainly, but if someone has a complaint in their neighborhood or they call the mayor's office something, I like just going to their house and talking to them. So being out in the community is paramount to what I do best, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
And it certainly shows that this community is behind you and behind all of Crown Point, because we get to see this. But then when other events happen, this place is always packed to the gills. I'm one of the fortunate residents here of Crown Point myself, and I see things on a regular basis. It's a great community. It's great things happening here on a regular basis, and it really starts with you guys and your office. So we appreciate it as locals, but on the Region Sports Network, we get to come here and be part of some phenomenal events as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome. And, yeah, thank you guys for coming out. Watch you guys all the time. You're rock stars, so thank you.
All right, well, appreciate it, and we appreciate your time as well. We'll be back here from the Ball Diamond Sports Festival here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Have you heard? Stratford Manteau was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Stratford Manteau.
Mike Dewan back here from Bulldog Park for the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival. I am now joined by Bree Cook, who got us all set up here. She's the athletic assistant here with the Crown Point Pace Department. Hi, Bree.
Hi.
Hi, thank you so much for having us and getting us all situated. I know this is one of many events for you.
Yes.
First, I'd like to talk about what you do with the Crown Point Pace Department.
So right now I'm the athletics assistant, so I just, I help around the office. I help set up all the softball, put everybody on teams. I was at all the meetings doing everything there.
Yeah.
In the winter, I help with learn to skate and with hockey and pretty much every sport we have. I'm there working on it behind the scenes on our website, calling parents, emailing coaches.
And I'm sure you're staying busy because there's a lot of stuff that goes on with athletics here in Crown Point. I know it's hard for really anybody, even like kind of on the media side, to not appreciate and see kind of there's always something happening in Crown Point. What's that like? Where do you ever kind of pinch yourself or something where you take a step back and realize, it's pretty insane how much stuff is going on here for the community of Crown Point and just Northwest Indiana.
Yeah, right before we had our first speeches, Adam, our head of the Pace Department, had me on stage and he said, just look at what you did, look at everything, look how happy these girls are, look at how happy everybody is. And it was it's really cool to see how many people we can make smile just with, a small event like this compared to our much bigger events we normally have.
Yeah, and today is celebrating the youth at the softball and baseball levels. You played youth sports, so you and I were kind of talking about before we got on, but what does kind of this part in a kid's life and athletics kind of mean from your experience? I know you said you played a lot of basketball, and what kind of Michael and I were saying, it's an important time, but a fun time for kids kind of in this age range.
Yeah, I think this is the most developmental years of their life. This is where they learn who they are, what they love to do, and it's just, what sport they want to play. And and things like that. I mean, it's the happiest time. It was the happiest time of my life. I miss sports. I love sports, and I think sports are important. It really helps build character.
Brings people together. Bree, I'll finish out with this. What's next to come here for you guys? Any big events for people of Crown Point or just Northwest Indiana to look out for that you guys are gearing up for?
We got a lot of concerts coming to Bulldog Park. We got the Region Idol starting next week.
Okay.
We're really excited for that. Our farmers markets are starting. We got a lot of big things planned here soon.
Well, this is the place to be here at Bulldog Park for not only today here at the Ball Diamond Sports Festival, but all summer long and beyond. And one piece of the puzzle that you can find handling it is Bree Cook, the athletic assistant. I'm Mike Dewan with the Region Sports Network. We'll be back here from the Ball Diamond Sports Fest on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Company's Insurance Professionals, Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back here to the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival here in Crown Point. We've got Adam, the director here of the Parks Department. Adam, what a cool event. Let's start with, how this all came together today.
Yeah, this one's fun. It's just the kickoff for what we do every year, right? This is your softball, your baseball, your Little League. They've been doing this since my dad was a kid, right? And it was one of those that, hey, the girls went this way, the boys did this way a couple years ago. You know what? We're all in this parade together. Come back here, kind of do the presentation together. Have some sports-oriented booths here. Keep the kids around. This is kind of we're ready to go to summertime, so this is the fun one, right? So all the winter's over. You had the play ball call, and now it's time to enjoy your summer.
So when do you guys start looking at planning this event? Is this like, okay, now tomorrow, May 3rd, you start looking at next year's plan, or do you guys kind of wait until maybe like...
Yeah, we've kind of got a rinse and repeat now,
okay,
so we're doing pretty good. We always like to keep the monotony away, so we'd always try to add something new. Again, we have an easy task because the community is so good here, so I know other communities, we wouldn't have 1,000 people that show up, right? So just the fact that they come out, you see the kids dancing and running and all that kind of stuff makes it a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
Adam, how does sports bring a community together?
You know, I think it's that integral part that I would say we all start out with, but we have a lot of us as young age go back. You make friends, you have fun. I used to coach quite a few years, and one of the coolest things I used to tell my kids is looking at their parents. Their parents would be sitting there watching them, and it was sports that they always wish they'd go back to, right? It was their parents wish they were in that boat, being at 7 years old, 8 years old, being on a sports team and enjoying life and having fun, and that's what it's about. So.
And then what can you say about the meteoric rise of the community of Crown Point? I mean, this pavilion alone, it seems like it's changed in just a couple of decades, maybe even less time than that. And just, again, Crown Point as a whole, they call it the Hub City for a reason, and they seem to kind of keep, punching that in year in, year out.
Yeah, it's definitely a different place than when I grew up. I'm sixth generation Crown Point. We've been around here for a while, but there's some good growth. You still have the small town feel. You have some amenities. I didn't have anything like this when I was a kid. I think I remember picking up stones and rocks in the fields that I played with. So the point where these kids are the position that they're at to play at world-class facilities and have the community behind them, it's awesome.
It's good stuff.
I will say it's always nostalgic for me to be back under this pavilion because I was here the night that this facility opened as an ice rink. I got to take a live, this is, mind you, live on Facebook, a live Zamboni ride around the ice because I knew our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, would want that shot. So here I am holding on for dear life onto the Zamboni while the cameraman got to ride nicely on the seat. But just things like, so I've been here longer than the pavilion's been here, but in terms of bringing more people in, it brings more people from around Northwest Indiana to something like this, right? Because you got the splash pads in the summer, and you got the concerts in the summer, and the cruise nights, and everything else that goes on. This has kind of become more of this spot here has become a hub here in the community.
This is definitely a Four Seasons facility, right? Yeah. We not only reach Crown Point, we have a ton of visitors from outside, like you said, the whole region. We've got people from across state lines and from different areas that come, and we try to find something for everybody, right? So the farmer's market might not be your thing, the rock concert might not be, the sports might, but we'll find something that makes sure that this place you can find something if you like at that time. So,
yeah, for sure. And just all new facilities. We've got the Lake County Corn Dogs behind us as well. How has that partnership been with them here coming up?
Yeah, no, they've been fantastic. Obviously in town they've got a draw. Again, it's community, right? So we look back at we're all in this together. When everybody succeeds, we're better off for it. So again, I kind of consider us, it's not the city of this or the Corn Dogs this or this group this. We're all partners together, and everybody wants to have a great place to come and feel safe and have a good time, and hopefully we provide that.
All right, I know some of the next events coming up here are going to be the Lake County Fair coming up before you know it. Yep. So I gotta get you back planning to that because I know it's going to take some time to get that going. I'm sure.
Yeah, actually, that one's not ours.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, that's
just
okay.
Lake County.
Sure,
okay.
well, again, it's our partner right down there, but we've got stuff leading all through there. If you can't find something to do here in Crown Point, you're doing something wrong. You're obviously not looking. So
I know. I talk to a lot of friends that know in their communities, they're always like, there's nothing to do in this town. Not where I live. There is always something to do on a Friday, Saturday, any given night of the week. I came out and supported one of our local businesses for St. Patrick's Day and got a nice meal. But we had the square shut down for that, so that way there was a parade and there was activities for the kids. And it doesn't happen everywhere else.
It doesn't. It's unique. It's something special. And I think there's some. There's some people that still realize, it's great how it was, but there's also a new vibe too that people are making new memories in that too. So it's still a wonderful place to live, and the quality of life amenities I think we put out are second to none, and I'm kind of proud of what we do.
And I love walking this area here and seeing all the historic homes and everything like that. So one of my favorite things. All right, we will have more. Appreciate your time. We will have more here from the Ball Diamond Sports Festival here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Company's Insurance Professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival here in Crown Point. Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Police Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Visit Bulldog Park on select Saturdays for the Crown Point Farmers Market beginning May 23rd. Purchase wares from 70-plus vendors from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. through September 26th. For more information, visit crownpoint.info/farmers market. Michael Brenner back here along with John Stroya, part of that Pace Department team that's getting all this stuff going. But more importantly, John, you're one of the ones that's coordinating all the schedules and all the facilities for these young players here coming up this season.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but a lot of excitement to see it grow. When we first took over in 2016, there's 240 girls in the girls softball recreation division league, and now we're over 530.
Wow.
And, you kind of add the women's division and you add the travel team division, we'll be approaching, if not exceeding, 1,000 softball players this summer, which would be the highest that we've ever had.
That's
in our program.
Yeah, and that just goes to the testament to the facilities that get established here. I know you're in charge of not only organizing these events, but there's a lot of behind the scenes that people probably don't think about or don't pay attention to. You're also responsible for getting, vendors and the concession stands going, the guys that are going to be maintaining the fields on any given night, making sure the lights are working on fields any given night. So, what can you say about your team that is making all that happen?
Well, the biggest, it starts in December. We start focusing because we have a very successful back-to-school fall league also. And that will end the very first week of November, and it's kind of take a month to unwind a little bit. But then the 1st of December, we're announcing what we're doing next year. As far as the start date, the registration starts first weekend in December, and we start getting the sponsors. And the sponsors is the biggest grind, because we're looking at, last year as a total for all of our athletic programs, we had 84 sponsors in 2025. So when we add softball sponsors, volleyball sponsors, hockey sponsors, you're on the ground going door to door to a lot of people. We're fortunate and blessed to be in Crown Point where the businesses support youth sports and adult sports. It's a very successful and supportive community. So, it just takes a lot of work, a lot of organization, but the sponsorship money is a big part of it. Kids, always want to play sports. Mm-hmm. And that's the beautiful thing about what I do is because what I do when people come to our facility, they're there for the enjoyment of the sport and the activity, whether it's hockey or softball or sand volleyball or baseball or pickleball, or it's they're there to have fun, and so that's a pretty cool thing to be a part of.
Yeah, no question about it. I've seen you walking through Legacy Fields in those areas, just making sure everything's running smoothly and making sure nobody's drawing at the umpires too much, right? Keeping those guys in check. But yeah, you mentioned it. Obviously, today's focus is going to be about the kids, right? But Crown Point offers, for those of you watching, Crown Point offers a lot of stuff for young adults and adults as well, whether it be the pickleball, whether it be the sand volleyball pits that are right near the dome, everything like that.
Yeah.
All that gets coordinated. And then basketball, I'm sure there's basketball leagues as well that get set up. So so much to offer here in Crown Point. And it comes from your team. It comes from Crown Point in general, the partnership. And like you said, the sponsors that are willing to support this great community.
Yeah, it's really special. You try to hit all facets, whether it's youth, adult, and, you try to make it a family-friendly atmosphere, and you try to be able to accommodate, as many different groups as you can. And pickleball will be new for us this year. We have a state-of-the-art park, Stourman Woods, that is a phenomenal park. And there are 6 brand new pickleball courts and 6 new sand volleyball courts.
Okay.
And those will be our most courts that we've had sand volleyball-wise. We had 4 in the past, and last summer we had 66 teams.
Wow.
And this year we hope to have 80 teams in our sand volleyball league. which would be phenomenal. And then we're introducing pickleball for the beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And then we will have a fourth division, which should be 70 and older.
Okay.
Which is going to be, again, we try to hit all.
Yeah, for sure.
Hit all age groups.
All right. Well, I will grab my paddles. I have a set. I will grab my paddles, and I'll make sure I get in that very low level.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
All right. I know you're going to be in the advanced level. I've seen your footwork.
No. I hope you're not an intermediate player trying to win some games and
I'm going
registering for the beginners.
No, whatever.
You're not one of those guys.
No,
because we get a lot of that now.
I've had a couple of plays, but definitely not. I'm definitely at that beginner level.
All right.
Making sure I don't go into the what do they call it, the kitchen, into the
kitchen.
Yeah, I don't want to go into
kitchen.
there. I don't want to step my foot over.
But
I've seen his footwork. He's in the advanced level for sure. He's got the moves. But also, we can kind of plug it here. You guys are also coordinating event speakers for the Gary Oldtimers banquet as well. I'm sure that's already kind of getting into process here.
We've met twice already, and we're going up really soon here. We'll be meeting again in May, and it'll be 2027. It's always the second Wednesday in January. It will be our 80th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Of the Gary Oldtimers.
Very cool.
So, hopefully we could do something special. There's one person we're kind of targeting. We don't know if we could honor him or not.
Okay.
Depending on his health.
Yeah.
And he coaches in the NBA. So, a local guy. Just hopefully, we have to do something special sometime in the future for Greg Popovich.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because he's a Northwest Indiana guy.
Yep.
And he's the all-time winningest coach in the NBA.
Yeah, no question.
So
about it.
I just don't know what his health conditions are like.
Yeah, fair enough.
But he's definitely on our radar to honor him.
That would be phenomenal. Yeah, for those of you who maybe don't know, the Gary Oldtimers Association has a banquet in January, and every year.
Second Wednesday in January.
Second Wednesday in January, and this will be going on for the 80th year coming up in 2027. Always a great event. Always some great speakers. Some great comedians are there as well. We honor at least one Northwest Indiana individual and for their accolades to the community, and then a special dignitary, maybe from Northwest Indiana, sometimes not. Last time I think I was there was for Jeff Samardzija. He was honored that particular evening. I think I was there for Dave Wanstead. I know there's been others over the course of time as well, but just a really, really fun event to be a part of. And
2 years ago, Chris Zorich, who played at Notre Dame and Chicago Bears, now lives in Maryville.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so perfect there. A couple years ago, we had Bill DeRula that was honored as a Northwest Indiana native. He's going to be retiring at the end of this academic season, so definitely a guy that has done a lot for Crown Point in general as well. So that was fun to be a part of. So something to check out in the future. We'll have coverage of that, I'm sure. I might go pop in there again every once in a while. We'll see how that works out. It's a fun event. But I appreciate your time. Thank you for getting all this, you and your PACE department team getting all this coordinating here today. So many great events and so many great facilities here in Crown Point. So appreciate it.
And you have great leadership with the mayor.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's supportive. He's behind it all. When you have good leadership at top, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And Crown Point's fortunate in my time here with Dave Uran and now Pete Land. Two mayors have done a phenomenal job with sports in general, and it just, you could see not only by our own participation, but by the growth of the community. People want to be a part of it for the school system, for what the city offers, and it's all special.
Yeah, no question about it, and I'm a proud resident, get to be a part of it. So always exciting times here in Crown Point. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We'll have more from the Ball Diamond Sports Festival right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4, ajobdoneright.com.
I was Born, raised, started the family, and worked my nearly 30-year career in law enforcement, both as a local police officer and as an ATF agent, all here in Lake County. I promise to lead differently, restore the public's trust in the Sheriff's Department, and to build a world-class police organization that is focused on serving you. In this election, Lake County residents have a different choice, a better way. I'm Jason Gore, and I approve this message.
Back here at Bulldog Park for the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival. I'm here with one of our final guests, the owner of the Lake County Corn Dogs, Ralph Flores. Do days like these ever really get old where, again, Michael and I talked about it where, yes, there's the official start of summer, right. Mid-June, but something about today when the kids are out, it's a special time for the community and just baseball and softball fans.
I would definitely agree with that. Our motto as an organization is building community through baseball.
That's right.
And this is what it's all about. We put the team on the field, and we have a good time doing that, but it's about giving back to the community and getting involved in events like this that make it all worth it.
And you guys showing your face here, I mean, what's the goal for you guys kind of out of this? Where, yes, we talked about, there's a bunch of youth, but you guys, again, playing, the local collegiate team around here.
Right.
The goal for being here today, showing face, I know Cornelius, he video bombed us, I think, once or twice already. So, you guys today, the purpose of today for you guys.
Yeah, so the purpose is, again, just reconnecting with the community after a long winter.
Yeah.
And letting everybody know that we're still in town. We're still there for the community. We want the kids to have a lot of fun, and we're hoping that they have a great season here at Cal Ripken, and when they find time throughout their hectic summers to come out and catch a few ball games with us over at Legacy Fields.
That's right. The summer will begin soon for you guys. Second year of the Region Collegiate Baseball League. A couple changes, but talk to me about year two coming up here very shortly.
Yeah, we had a couple small changes. Well, actually, a number of big changes. Munsters, we have a team in Munster now. It's the Little Calumet Beavers, who were previously in Hammond, but they moved over to Munster, who have upgraded their fields tremendously, as you know, with the new lights and the turf and various things that they've added to the field there. It's going to make it very good for our league and for the operation that they're trying to obtain there with the Little Calumet Beavers. Then we have the Valparaiso team coming back.
Yep.
They'll be loaded again with good talent and an excellent facility there at Valpo High School. And then finally we have the team in St. John. They're playing at Heartland Park, and they have an absolutely great organization that's running that team, and we're really excited about them and the level of players that they'll bring to the league.
And you talked about level of players, Ralph. You and I were talking about before we got on. Baseball and softball here, it's just one of those sports that often I think flies under the radar in terms of how much talent. And you would know, seeing it, who these teams are going to field as well, putting a team together like the Corn Dogs. Again, let's talk about the talent pool and the baseball side here in Northwest Indiana.
Oh, yeah, just the level of play is tremendous. We have players that at our level, we're mainly D2 JUCO with some D1 players, but overall this area just is talent everywhere. We have kids getting drafted left and right.
Right.
We've got a number of kids on the Crown Point team that could be, a couple that may get drafted this year. So the level of talent here in Northwest Indiana is remarkable, and it goes to a lot of the people that are working hard to help train these kids and guide these kids and make them better ball players. And then kids, you got to give them a lot of credit too, because they're putting the time and effort in necessary to play at those levels.
All right, I'll finish off with this. I know we have a big date coming up that involves, of course, the community, so feel free to share the audience about that, as well as a couple more dates heading into, again, year two of the RCBL.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, on May 21st, I believe that's a Thursday at 5 p.m. We're playing at we have their Fan Fest, and that'll be held at the Great Lakes Sports Hub. And there you'll find representatives from each team there. You'll also find Cornelius will be there. Dave Sikowski, our commissioner of the Region Collegiate Baseball League, will be there. So everybody that's involved in the league will be there to just promote the upcoming season. There's going to be a lot of activities, primarily for the children.
Yep.
There'll be some soft drinks and food provided, and and for charge, there'll also be some adult beverages as well. So it's just going to be a great time of music, fun, games, baseball, and getting really excited for the baseball season.
We cannot wait. Baseball and softball is certainly upon us here, just about at all levels now.
Right.
And we're chomping at the bit, of course, to see you guys get back in action. For the owner of the Corn Dogs, I'm Mike Dewan. We'll be back here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Have you heard? Stratford Mantell was voted Best of the Region 2025 in several categories, including Best Caterer, Deli, Flower Shop, Food and Grocery Delivery, Fried Chicken, Place to Buy Produce, Place to Buy Seafood, Loyalty Program, and Grocery Store. We're proud to be recognized by our community, and we're committed to continuing to deliver the variety, value, and convenience you deserve. See for yourself what it means to be the best when you shop at Stratford Mantell.
Mayor Pete Land of the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs! Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Visit Bulldog Park on select Saturdays for Crown Point Farmers Market beginning May 23rd. Purchase wares from 70-plus vendors from 8 to 1 through September 26th. For more information, visit crownpoint.info/farmers market. Back here under the pavilion, Mike Brander along with the sports director, Mike Dewan. Mike, it has been a really fun event here today. Things starting to clear out here at Bulldog Park. But, man, like you said at the very open, this feels like – it may not feel like it weather-wise, but this is the official start to summer.
Yeah, and again, it's often you blink and you really miss it, so I'll say it again, but cherish a day like today where, again, things feel a little bit differently in terms of we're going to have baseball and softball here at the youth levels not too far from now, and then you blink, and then before you know it, I know you don't want to hear it, but the school year will start back up, and then we get into the fall, so this summer is a really important time for everybody involved, the players, the coaches, and again, just making memories and having fun and playing the great sport of baseball and softball.
Yeah, when we were talking with Mr. Stroya, said that, over the course of this entire summer, you're going to have over 1,000 softball players here at these facilities just alone. That's not even including the baseball. All the tournaments that come here from all over the place, and people coming from all over Northwest Indiana, Illinois, and other states as well to come be a part of this. And we're going to kind of cap off that season with a little Cal Ripken World Series coming up in August. So make sure you stay tuned for that coverage. We got plenty more coming, baseball, softball wise, before we get to that. Because before you know it, we're going to be in the middle of June, and then we're going to have baseball state and softball state championships right here on the Region Sports Network.
Yeah, so you talked about softball, right? Over 1,000 players, and what Jay Patel said of Crown Point Cal Ripken, they're getting a team as far as Curacao coming here for the 11U World Series tournament in August. So those teams coming in, of course, not only for the host teams end up making the tournament with the auto bids, but you're going to have teams from all across the country and all across the world. They said as much as, I think, 4 to 5 international teams getting a taste of the hub city, Northwest Indiana, and just kind of what, again, from what we've understood from our previous seasons covering the World Series is, they'll go to Chicago, they'll go to South Bend, they'll go down south to Lafayette, or maybe Indy if they have a couple off days as well. Yeah. So it's really cool to see. And again, I think the overall theme of here today with us being here and just understanding how much sports really plays into effect of tying a community, not only of Crown Point together, but just communities in general.
It teaches character, teaches the ups and downs of life, and really builds a community. All right, our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our operations manager is Rich Castillo. Our coordinating producer, he was on site as well, is the great Zach Miller. That's with 2 I's, by the way, just making sure we get that in there. Our sports director and my co-host today is the great Mike Dewan. I always do fist bumps whenever we do the credits. You guys don't see that on air, but whenever we do credits, we do that. And then camera guys today, Aaron Svetlin and Martin Murillo Jr. They've been walking around doing some great stuff all around Bulldog Park here today. A special thanks to the city of Crown Point, the Pace Department here in Crown Point, and, of course, Bulldog Park. And, of course, you, the viewers on Region Sports, YouTube, Facebook, wherever else you may be tuning in from. It has been a really fun early morning, early afternoon here in the Hub City, and can't wait to get this started. Before you know it, We're going to hear the ting of the bat. We're going to hear the hot dogs brewing. We're going to hear the mowing of the grass, and it's all going to be a lot of fun. So can't wait to get this all started. And plenty more coverage coming up here on the Region Sports Network throughout the baseball, softball season. I'm sure that we'll have some volleyball stuff in there as well, but baseball, softball for sure. So for everyone here at the Region Sports Network, I'm Michael Brenner. Thanks for tuning in. This has been a coverage of the 2026 Ball Diamond Sports Festival right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.